I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and today we've got Ron Sari from the Waupaca School District and Aaron Jensen from the City of Waupaca joining us for our weekly Waupaca Community Update. And the big topic, if you're watching the news, doesn't matter what school district you're in, what's going to happen this fall. That's the big thing on in newspapers and on TV news. And Ron, you're in the point of the process where you're starting to have stakeholder meetings. We're pulling together different people that all would need to be involved with school this fall or should have a say in what's going to happen. Tell us about how those meetings are going.
Yeah, we had our first meeting, Josh, last week on Thursday, and it was a great meeting. It's an hour meeting that we have, and we bring these stakeholders, our teachers, parents, and community members. We're trying to keep our committee in a reasonable size, so we had them come in and we shared the PowerPoint that was put together and shared out to families a couple weeks prior to that, and had a question and answer and tried to get some feedback. And it was a very productive meeting. We were fortunate to have a couple of healthcare providers there that gave some other additional perspective for us to consider. And we're going to be sharing that out as we recorded the whole meeting. And we're going to be sharing that out to our families in the community and people who are interested in watching that conversation.
I know we don't necessarily have enough time today to dig into all those details, but how can people access that recording? Because I know we were talking before this that there is a lot of good information in there. A lot got covered. There's a whole variety of situations that could happen. A student in a class is infected, teachers infected, and how you handle that. I know that was covered, but I just want to make sure people that are hearing our discussion right now know where to find this.
And I don't know if it's live yet. I told them I'm okay with bringing it live yesterday, but on our website, Josh, we have a link to another full website that's just all having to do with COVID.
Okay.
And what we're doing, our planning, updates. Actually, we're taking these videos of these interviews that you send to me then, and they're getting posted there too. So that's where I would recommend people to go to get caught up on what the school district's up to.
And it's nice to hear you're putting these videos and the information out there so people can hear the conversation and maybe not just what the end result or the final decision is.
Well, thanks. It's real important to us that we're as transparent as we possibly can. This isn't the Ron Sari show. I think I said that before. It's the community's school district, and we want their input. We want to be transparent, but we want the process to be efficient too. And so that's why we limited the size of that group so we don't have 100 people sitting debating and yelling about things. So yeah, that's our hope.
And I'm going to jump over to Aaron for this. We've heard that there's some communities that have mask ordinances, some that don't, and our part of the state isn't an area that's covered by one, but there's a lot of varying opinions in the community, and I think the big theme we want locally is for people to be respectful about. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, it's a tough thing for people to watch right now, and just a growing divide in everything that's happening, not here, not in the state, but across the country. And I was reading a book actually last night, and one of the chapters was talking about the influence you can have just by your actions on other people, and not only the people that surround you. People tend to mimic other people's actions. And it's funny, there's research that shows that your actions, Josh, might influence my wife's sister's actions because I was influenced by you today. And so if you come to work mad, or if you come to work ticked off at somebody, or if you come to work and that impacts me, it can go that far down the road. And that's been proven at these Ivy League universities over time. So I think what I'm getting at is that I really, really think that it is so important, as we all feel strongly about a lot of things right now. Respect that people feel strongly about a lot of things, and it may or may not agree exactly with what your thoughts are. And that's okay. I mean, we've had strong differences of opinions over the course of time in this country, and that's what makes this country great as well. So I do know that we've made a push, Josh, on we want everyone to be safe in our community, and we want everyone to do the things that will keep our community rolling in a safe manner. And we applaud everyone that's doing that. And there's been so many conversations at the school district, in our organization, at a council level, at a school board level, at business leaders levels on how do we do that. And everyone's working hard to make sure that we can. No one wants to see numbers go up. So just reiterating, please do what is in your power to be as safe as you can, and then respect the heck out of other people that for what they're doing. So.
Well, it's kind of a short update this week, and I know we'll talk again next week to get up to date, but it's nice to hear that the school's progressing on trying to figure out what you're going to do this fall, because that's not an easy decision. I know in some respect, a lot of schools have commonalities, but there's also what's going on in the local areas too that help to dictate that. And I don't know how you're going to make a decision by September, Ron.
Well, we'll be able to do it. I've got a lot of confidence. We're going to do it. We know that whatever we do, we're not going to have 100% of our population being satisfied. That's a challenge. We're kind of in a conundrum, but at the same time, we have to make decisions that are in the best interest of students. We're in a service industry, and our students need to continue their education. So that we're going to do what's best for them.
And Aaron, thanks for your comments as well. The bottom line is be respectful of what other people are doing and just do the best in your power to be as safe as you can and to help limit the potential of maybe spreading something to someone else.
Absolutely. Hey, Josh, something we didn't talk about, can I throw it in there just last second? So we are going through a zoning code update, as we've talked about in the past on here. We had a plan commission meeting that was a good 2 hours, a special plan commission meeting this week on Monday.
And you can watch that on the city's Facebook page.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was going to ask people to do. So log on to the city's Facebook page, especially if you're someone who's been impacted or had a recent interaction with the zoning code. We would love to hear your comments, suggestions. I know I'll be reaching out to a few people that we know have had interactions in the last couple of years, especially in the areas that we're looking to make changes on. But if you want to contact us, I'd definitely want that to happen. When this whole thing started, we had a huge engagement session planned. And then it was like right at the end of March when this whole COVID thing took off, and you couldn't have groups together, and it hasn't been responsible to do so since. So we're working through that and wanting to make sure we get as much community input as we can too.
Would it be appropriate for people that have comments to email our public input email address? Would that be a good way to get in touch?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think my email address or the public input email address or giving us a call, I think all of that would be welcome.
Okay, perfect. Well, Aaron and Ron, thanks again for your updates this week, and we will talk again soon to keep the community up to date with what's going on.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.